Splash in the Soldier the Game Spitter. Ladies, as you see, Satan got different soldiers in his army. They all come in different shapes, sizes, looks, careers. Not all claim demon time. Not all gangbang. Not all gangsters and thugs and all that there. Some doctors, some lawyers, some truck drivers, some rappers, some R&B singers, comedians, movie stars, NBA stars, NFL stars. Anything you can think of in life, Satan got them on his team. But sometimes, ladies, you could turn a righteous man into a demon child. Yeah, he could be a God-fearing man. He could be under Allah, Buddha, anything you could think of. He could be under that, fly right, go to school, become a doctor, become a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Want to take care of his family, want to be a good daddy, want to be a good husband. Things don't work out. Y'all fall out. Y'all get to fighting, arguing, all that stuff. And then if y'all married, y'all get a divorce. So if y'all together, y'all separate. Y'all live in different houses. And then here come the children. You know what I'm saying? He want custody because he a good daddy. He want to be in his life or her life. You're a good mother. You want full custody because you already think that's how the law works. So you already know the court gonna be on your side. So you know he really want to be in his child life and he don't really got a lot of family. And his daughter or his son is the only thing that he got really. You know what I'm saying? Mama and daddy probably dead and gone, or brothers and sisters probably don't mess with him like that, or he don't mess with him like that, or however they go where they ain't really together like that. They don't really spend a lot of time with each other. So his kids is all that he got. So he just really want a little bit of time. Or he could even want full custody, right? So you being the mother and you see that he really care about being in his child's life, and you see that's his weakness. And plus he already put his hands on you and he won. He probably done bust your lip, blacked your eye, all that stuff. He done put his hands on you in front of your daughter or your son, and you promise your kids that you'll never let that happen again, or you will never let him around y'all again for y'all protection and your protection, all that stuff. So you start using that against him. You start saying that you'll never see your kids. You'll never have full custody. You'll never do this. You'll never do that, because you know that's his weakness. Plus the rumors that he touched his child or whatever that was on that situation. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not really here to say who right or wrong in the situation, right? But, you know, things like that can turn a righteous man into a demon child, and then make him flip. He'll start having evil thoughts. Yeah, he'll start having evil thoughts because he already know that the court system going to be on your side and you're going to get full custody, because he can't prove that you're an unfit mother. So he going to lose in that battle right there. And he already living in an evil city, Baltimore. So it ain't hard to start thinking evil. It ain't really hard. It's all around him. So when you picking at him that he can't see his kids, and you putting that he touched his kids some type of way on him, you putting that jacket on him, and other people know about it, and you spreading it, and you keep picking at him, picking at him, picking at him. Got nobody that can help him. He really can't afford a good lawyer, or a lawyer might even tell him ain't nothing they can really do. She gonna get full custody, and he don't really got nobody. Holiday season coming, and you keep picking at him, picking at him. He can't pick up from school. If they even going to school, he can't do nothing. And he just lonely. He can't really get new women like that. So he ain't really good with the mouthpiece. So he ain't got a lot of women. So he can't go out and meet new women like that, the ones that he want, because his mind not there, or his talk game was never there. He probably was even lucky enough to get you. You probably only rock with him because you seen security. You seen that the career that he had, the job that he had. So you just locked in with him because you seen the security. You probably was with him before he started his career, and you seen where he was gonna go. So I'm just saying it probably went like that. So that's the only reason why he got you. So he can't just go out to the bar and meet new people. He might not even have the time. You see what I'm saying? So he got so many different thoughts. He probably started drinking more, or doing some type of drug, or just having evil thoughts. He don't got nobody to turn to. He don't got nobody to tell his deepest thoughts, his darkest thoughts, to get it out his system. So he just holding it in, and it just building up, building up, building up, building up, until one day he be like, I'd rather take you out, and my ex out, and myself out, and everybody suffer. Then you just have the kid to yourself, and I be lonely. I don't got nobody else. I don't want to start a new family. I want my daughter. I want my son. A lot of guys think like that. A lot of guys can snap into that. You can make him turn into that character. You can make him turn into that monster, because he was a righteous man. He was a good working man. I'm not saying that's 100% with his case, but yeah, women can turn men. They can bring the evil side out of them, and they just snap. Especially if they not a real player, like they not really known for getting a lot of women, and they can just go create another family. Or he just a guy that don't care, and he'll be glad that you say you ain't gonna never see your daughter or your son, And he like, all right, I was in the streets anyway, or I was doing my thing anyway, so I ain't even tripping on that. You will know them different type of guys, because you will see who putting all the effort in. You will see who try to get a lawyer and take you to court back and forth, and always calling your phone, always popping up at the school, trying to snatch him or her from the schools. You will see who really putting the effort in, trying to really see their kids or get custody of their kids, versus the guy who don't. So you'll be able to tell the difference between the two, right? But in his situation, he one of them. And he one of the ones, if I can get what I want, nobody can. You made him turn into that monster. Yeah, because it don't show no track record that he was that type of guy. He don't got it on his jacket. You know what I'm saying? So it's the arguments, it's the things that you said to him. You kept picking at him, and you weren't really prepared for the war. You underestimated him. And women got to stop doing that there, especially if you're not prepared for war. Anytime you're dealing with a custody battle, you got to treat it like a real beef in the streets. Yeah, you got to treat it like it's your worst enemy, because it's a lot of emotions involved. You got this party trying to win, this other party trying to win, meaning you versus him. You know, it can be money involved. It could be property involved, a lot of different things. So a man could be losing everything, plus his child. He feel like, yeah. Some men feel like, I'm gonna lose my house that I paid for. I'm gonna mess my good credit score up because I gotta max out all my cards, paying lawyers and paying bills, getting out of debt and all that there. I'm gonna lose my daughter or my son. I'm gonna mess up my job maybe. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go broke. I gotta start all the way over. I don't got no family. Everybody saying things, different things about me that's not true. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I might as well do this there and then do this there. Yeah, I ain't going to jail. Yeah, I ain't doing no jail time. You think I'm finna do life behind that there? Nah, I don't want to be on this earth. I lost everything. I don't want to start over. I'm 45 years old. I'm 55 years old. I'm 37 years old. I don't want to start all the way over. I already owe money on student loans and everything. So I got to start from rock bottom, and it took me 15 years. It took me 20 years, 10 years, 5 years to get here. So now I got to start all the way over just because a woman said so. Just because my ex-wife, my ex-girlfriend said so. Yeah, and the court gonna believe her. It don't even gotta be he lost all that. It can just be the daughter or the son. The child can be just enough to make him snap. Plus the picking, the joking like a bully. Some women forget that men got emotions too. Men got feelings too. And when we snap, we think pain, we think blood. Blood gotta be shed. Blood gotta paint the pavement. Yeah, the consequences, yeah, we'll deal with them. You can't threaten me with no life sentence because we doing time on earth regardless. So you can't threaten me with no death penalty or no life sentence. That's how some men think. Or they just take themselves out, you know, like most men do in them type of situations. So if you're a female and you the type of female that'll lash out, that don't care about nobody's feelings, and you just gonna go for the jugular, you know, you're gonna hit where it hurt every time. You gotta prepare yourself for war. You gotta set your house up for war. So what you gotta do so this situation won't happen to you. You know, because this is America. You can say what you want to say. But the con is to all that there, a lot of people get deleted for their mouthpiece. Yeah, for their wicked tongue. Yeah, so you got to understand that there and respect that there. So what you got to do, the first thing you got to do is set your house up with cameras. Yeah, you got to set your house up with cameras so you can see them coming. Anytime you start arguing, the first time when you get punched in the face, you get smacked, you get thrown through a wall, all that there, you know, you get pushed down, all that there, you already got to think in your head, I got to go get a gun. Yeah, I got to go get a gun. I may have to lay down my child father. So let me go put a gun on that way, unless you got $500, $600, $700 to go buy it off rip. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you got to go do that first. Then after you get the gun, you got to get the cameras. Then after that, after you get the cameras, you get the outside cameras and all that there so you can see them coming. Then you got to get the little speaker thing so you don't got to always come to the door when somebody knock at your door and talk to them face to face. You can be upstairs, you can be on a trip, you can be at the mall, yeah, anywhere. It'll come on your phone. As soon as somebody come in your driveway, your phone will alert. Yeah, that's what you need. That's a real important device that every woman should have that can avoid you coming to the door, because somebody can just shoot through the door. They can just knock on the door. Who is it? Bah, 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 bah. A lot of women that got hit from that. A lot of women that died from that. So don't let that be you. You got to learn from other people's deaths. You got to learn from other people's mistakes. Yeah, so anytime you do come to the door, you always got to have your gun in your hand, especially when you look on the camera and you see it's your ex. It's your ex-husband. It's your ex-boyfriend. And he angry. You already know what y'all going through. You already know the things that you said to him. Even if y'all squash it and y'all become cool again, always come to the door with your gun in your hand. Always. It don't matter who it is, really. But unless it's your child. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's your child or your mama or something like that, or your daddy or something like that. But a lover, a friend, always come to the door with a gun in your hand. Let them see that that's how you come to the door every time. So if they ever decide to hurt you, they already know how they got to come. They already know how they got to come. They can't play with you. You really want to have the camera. You want to have audio and video so you can see and hear if he talking crazy when he get out the car, if he got a gun on him, if he known to carry a gun. Yeah, so you can prepare yourself. Put one in the head. As soon as he get to tripping, you know, make him shoot through the door. If you got that speaker thing, you never got to answer the door. You could talk to him through the speaker. It ain't no business. It ain't no reason for him to come through the door. Y'all already beefing. Y'all battling in court, so ain't no reason to let him in. You already been saying what you said to him. It don't matter that y'all cool right now. It don't matter that you said that 2 weeks ago and y'all done had a couple of phone conversations and it been calm, it been cool ever since then. It don't matter if he coming to see his daughter. Nah, you can't do that though. If you want to see his daughter, you got to meet him at a public place. Sometimes it can be the police station. Yeah, if you really scared, you got to meet him, tell him, meet me at the police station if you want to see your daughter. If you want to pick up your daughter or your son, let's go to the sheriff's station. So if he still decide to shoot you there, he gonna have to shoot it out with the police too. Yeah, suicide by cop. So at least he don't make it out the scene. Or at least that you can have a fighting chance, because 9 times out of 10 it's police coming in and out. So you got to be real quick and real sturdy with it. And who's to say that you even get deleted from that situation? So yeah, you got to make it a little bit harder. Don't make it easy for them. Invest in that $200, $150, $300, $500, $1,000 speaker camera system. Yeah, you got to invest in that there. If you got an LLC some type of way, it's a tax write-off. Security. Yeah, make it a tax write-off. If you're a female and you're a convicted felon and you can't go in the store and get a gun, then you know what you got to do. You got to find one of them ones in the streets. You got to find one of the ones to keep them guns, and they got to sell you one. If you feel like they don't want to sell you one because you're a female, you got to pay them more for what they got. So if he's selling them for, if you got a Glock for $400, $500, give him $1,000. Double the price. Give him $1,000. Tell him you really want it. And don't say that you trying to use it to hurt somebody. Nah, just say you need it. You really need one. Let alone if you already connected to the streets, then you probably can get it at regular price. But yeah, give him $1,000. Give him an offer he can't refuse because this your life right here. Give him $1,200. Yeah, tax time come. Yeah, give him $1,300. Whatever. Yeah, they'll do it. They'll do it. Trust me, they will do it. Anytime you double the price, they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Because they can go back and get 2. So yeah, they'll do it. So that's what you got to do. You're already a female, so if you ain't got a crazy record, you ain't gonna be getting pulled over like that. If you do, they ain't gonna want to search like that. So what you can't do, you can't ride and smoke. You can't be drinking no more. You want to carry that thing, you into it with your baby daddy and you're a convicted felon, you can't be riding and drinking. When you go to the club, you got to take an Uber because you can't get pulled over and get a DUI or make them give you an alcohol test. You can't do that there. So you can't be driving drunk. You can't be doing that there. If you're at the club and you drunk too much and you drove your car, you got to call an Uber or call somebody else to come get the car. So you need to be setting up different friends that you can call. It might be your young sister. It might be your young cousin. She 18, 19. And she's straight right now. She don't drink like that. But you don't really trust her with your car. But if you don't got nobody to come get you from the club, to come take your car home, or you don't want to call no Lyft or no Uber, and you don't want to leave your car there because it's a Benz, it's a Corvette, it's a Scat Pack, Hellcat, or any type of car. You just don't want to leave it there, or you don't trust nobody to drive your car. It's your only car, right? Then what you need to do is get a AAA card. Yeah, you need to get the gold AAA package, the top level package where you can get 100 miles of towing for free. You know what I'm saying? Pay that, whatever it costs a month, get that there. Call AAA, tell them your car broke down, you need it towing to your house. You need it towing to your address. You don't live 100 miles from the club. You know what I'm saying? So they'll tow it to your house. You can ride with the AAA guy. He'll drop you off. Yeah, it don't matter that you drunk. Yeah, your car broke down. You know what I'm saying? You can tell them anything. They got to listen to you. They got to do what you say. It's your car. And yeah. Or you can get in the Uber and say it's COVID-19 and you can't ride with them because it's COVID and everything's still, the restrictions still hard. You can get an Uber to your house and the Uber can follow the AAA guy. You know what I'm saying? That way, because they might hit you with, you can't ride with the guy. So yeah, That's how you do it. It's so many different ways. So every woman should have a AAA card for situations like that, especially if you like to drink and you're a convicted felon and you want to carry one of these bangers. Yeah, so you got to think smart. Yeah, you can't afford it because you got that dirty thing on you. Your life depending on it. So you got to switch up your habits. You got to control your habits. You can't ride or smoke. Nah, because they're going to search. You can't do that though. You got to smoke before you leave the house or when you come back to the house. So you just got to make some different changes in your life when you're a convicted felon, because ain't no telling what your baby daddy will do. Ain't no telling what your ex-husband will do, just because he in his feelings and he can't control his emotions. He can do everything else in life right. He can go to school. He can get his college degree. He can get his doctor's degree. He can get his CDLs. He can get all that there. He can pass drug tests, alcohol tests, all that there. But when it comes to a female, it crack him. He ain't strong enough for that. He weak in that department. Yeah, he weak in that department. So yeah, when they weak in that department, that's one of the worst departments to be weak in, if not the worst department to be weak in, because the guys who weak in that department, they do this every time. Then they go out the weak way and do this there. Every time. They do it every time. So if you're going to talk that talk to these guys, to these weak guys that's like that over females, over their emotions, because, you know, you picking at them, you hitting them where it hurt, you got to be ready to do this right here. Yeah, you got to. You already going to have it where you beat the case because he came to your house with the drama. Even if you were a convicted felon, you'll beat the murder case, but you'll just do time for the firearm. So that's 5 years. For a body, that's good. 5 years for a body, that's good. You defended yourself. You in your own home. He came to your house. You ain't go looking for him. Yeah, so, you know, you ain't like you're going to do a life sentence. Now, you can't just do an overkill. Like I always say, oh, you can't just do an overkill. But when he got a gun in his hand, he came like how he came, yeah, you can give him the business. Now you can hit him 10 times, 5 times. You know, you can't do too much craziness because you got the cameras and all that stuff. Unless he come in the house and you ain't got no cameras in the house. You can't do too much craziness, but yeah, you can give him a couple of headshots and stuff like that. He gonna do you like that. Another thing too, ladies, invest in one of these. This is not a bulletproof vest. This is a bulletproof t-shirt. Level 3+. Level 3+. It can take knives and everything. Understand, you got gun holsters on the side, on both sides. Gun holsters and magazine holsters on both sides. Get you one of these. It's not the vest, so if you don't want to carry the vest, get you one of these. Yeah, because you in war. You think that he ain't gonna do you like that because everybody know who he is, and if he do you something, he going to jail. But who cares about jail when you're gonna do this at the end? Yeah, who care about, you think he going to jail? Nah, he going to hell. Not jail, hell. And hell accept everybody application. Yeah, it ain't no 23-1. Nah, it's 24 hours. So yeah, ain't nobody waking up early in the morning with them guards. Nah, they pow, pow. And they gonna just bleed out because the ambulance ain't gonna come there in time to save them. Yeah, he already weak anyway for even doing something like that. So you already know he gonna bleed out. He already got a weak body. Because he did that though. He couldn't choose the fighting words to fight back with you. He couldn't just fight against you in the court of law and just get his weekends every other weekend, however the game go. Or some guys would just say, F that child, F you, I'll make another one. Or when that child get older, I'll just tell him or her the truth. How his mama was, how her mama was. And they'll understand. And they'll just wait till they 15, 16, 14, you know what I'm saying? However, when they mature. But that's my take on this conversation right here, man. Like I said, I ain't here to say who right or wrong in this situation. Some people can say it's some of her fault. Some people can say it's 100% his fault. So that's up for the people to judge. That's up for the police and the judge and all that there. I'm just here to give a little safety tips and how not to put yourself in a situation like this. Or if you in a situation like this, how to come about that thing. In 2021, that's the only way. That's the only way how you get about that situation. Either you're on offense or you're on defense. Your choice. And like BG 4th album, it's all on you, volume 2. Ladies, y'all better go get y'all concealed carry. Y'all better go get y'all purchase permits. Convicted felon females, you know what you gotta do. You know what you gotta do. Go.